Back inside Arco Arena, a thrilling 5-game match going Stanford's way in our first semifinal. Next up, Cal and Penn State for a spot in the final. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Golden Bears.
Hi, my name is Morgan Beck. I'm a junior opposite from Coto de Caza, California.
Hi, I'm Andrew Pressey, a senior outside hitter from Lake Mary, Florida.
Hi, I'm Hana Čutura, sophomore outside hitter from Zagreb, Croatia. Zdravo, zovem se Hana Čutura, druga godina, pucač primač iz Zagreba, Hrvatske.
Hi, I'm Kat Riley. I'm a sophomore middle blocker from Plano, Texas. An interesting fact about me is that I always wanted to be an astronaut, but I was too tall.
Hi, I'm Ellen Orchard. I'm a senior middle blocker from Houston, Texas.
Hi, I'm Carly Lloyd, a freshman setter from Bonsall, California. My family owns Buffalo.
Hi, my name is Kristen Cathan. I'm a sophomore libero from Moraga, California.
The head coach for Cal is Rich Feller in his 9th season. First time to the national stage, enjoying their best season ever with 26 wins on the year. Now the starting lineup for Penn State.
Blair Brown, freshman right side, Percival, Virginia. They call me Bebop.
Hi, I'm Nicole Fawcett. I'm a junior outside hitter from Zanesfield, Ohio, and my town has no stoplight.
Hi, I'm Megan Hodge, a sophomore outside hitter from Durham, North Carolina, and my favorite color is pink.
Hi, I'm Christa Harmotto, junior middle blocker from Hopewell, Pennsylvania, and my favorite TV show is Desperate Housewives.
Hi, my name is Ariel Wilson. I'm a freshman middle hitter from Broadview, Illinois. I'm ambidextrous.
Hi, I'm Alicia Goss. I'm a sophomore setter from Leland, Michigan. My mom was my high school volleyball coach, and my grandpa was my high school basketball coach.
Hi, I'm Roberta Holhouse. I'm a junior libero from Joplin, Maryland, and I graduated from a class of 1.
And there is Russ Rose, earlier today inducted into the AVCA Hall of Fame. He is number 3 all-time in career wins, the biggest of the bunch, the 1999 National Championship.
And won Coach of the Year just today.
Yes, congratulations to Russ Rose. He picks up that honor for the 3rd time in his career. This is the first trip back to the semis since Penn State won it all in '99, as Cal picks up the first point of the match. And Carly Lloyd, the freshman, will be back to serve, looking to become just the 3rd freshman ever to set her team to a national championship. It's actually happened twice in the last 4 years of the tournament. Kate Price will enter the lineup, the senior from Fraser, Michigan. Her cousin and her best friend, Angie McGinnis, an All-America setter at the University of Florida. Shooter's pass got away from her. Free ball now for Penn State. Alicia Glass, a multitude of weapons to choose from, and she sets up Christa Harmotto, the Big Ten Player of the Year.
Who had a huge year after 2 years of injury struggles, and now is hitting an amazing .494, just behind Akinraduo of Stanford.
Kat Riley trying to slide behind. Hodge got a piece of it. Shooterell, and there's the block. Alicia Glass and Harmotto. Both these teams, number 2 and number 3, respectively, Penn State and Cal, in blocking in the country this year.
And that's going to be big because Cal is a very left side dependent team. They set out to Chudera here and also to Angie Pressey, both on the left side.
Harmotto sliding behind. Pressey's pass goes over. Glass jumps on it. Riley sends it back, and now Hodge tries the tip. Glass popped up by Pressey. Both sides scrambling, and Morgan Beck gets the kill.
And Pressey showing off her defensive skills before she gets to the front row. That's what I love about that type of player, the one who doesn't need to get subbed out in the back row, can play all the way around, good defensive and good ball control.
Hana Čutura, the sophomore from Croatia, the regional MVP in Cal's big upset win over Nebraska to advance. And the hitting error from Penn State, point for California.
Boy, that wasn't just a little miss. That almost hit our table. It had so much side spin on it. Not a good contact by Fawcett.
Hodge gets the kill. Megan, the sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, already a two-time All-America, last year's Big Ten Player of the Year. A player that you see oftentimes, Coach, when you're the child of volleyball players, you have a certain passion for the game, a certain IQ for the game, having hung around it all your life. And Hodge is one of those. Penn State with the early advantage. Game 1, best 3 of 5. Service error from Hodge. Kristen Cathan, the libero, who wears the different colored jersey, is back to serve. Sophomore out of Moraga, California. Nicole Fawcett. You have some heavy balls coming from the Penn State side of the net tonight.
Well, both these teams have had practice in their own practices against great blocking, because they're two of the best blocking teams in the country, and also against really hard hitting. So Cal should be prepared for some of that, but that seemed at a whole new velocity level by Fawcett.
Whistle goes against Cal, so the point for Penn State. They are rolling into this national semifinal, riding a 24-match win streak. They have not dropped a game through their first 4 matches of the tournament. Untested thus far, as they have blistered the opposition, and off the block, they'll pick up another point.
And setter Alicia Glass showing off her great blocking skills there. She's just such a great athlete, not an athlete, you know, it's over 6 feet tall. She's no liability on the block over on that right side for Penn State.
We got some help from the freshman Ariel Wilson. That one finds the floor for Cal.
And actually behind the 2 middle blockers, Glass is the 3rd best blocker on this great blocking team for Penn State. That's a lot of credit to a setter.
And interesting, sometimes Russ Rose will make sure that she's matched up with one of the top left sides on the other side of the net. And there is Glass from Leland, Michigan. Has really matured a lot as a player this year. Salima Rockwell, their assistant coach and a former Penn State setter, has been a terrific role model for her. Hodge tries to roll it out of the back, and here comes Cal. Quick in transition, and Pressey with the boomer.
Boy, she is so fun to watch. That explosion. Watch this jump. And when you get up that high, you can hit sharp angles. She goes right under the armpit of the middle blocker there.
She is a power cell at just 5'8", and she comes up with the ace. The daughter of former NBA player Paul Pressey, the senior out of Heathrow, Florida. We have not seen California at this level before. They've never been past the Sweet 16 until this year. Fawcett able to tool the block. But this is a team with a lot of confidence right from day one. They were thinking about a national championship, regardless of what the history had been.
That's been their motto this whole season. Why not us?
A couple of years ago, they looked on as Tennessee and Santa Clara, 2 teams without a rich volleyball tradition, advanced to the semis. So that was their goal this season. Certainly been tested in the Pac-10. 3 of the 4 teams here in the semis, Pac-10 clubs. Melissa DeRico is now in the back row on the serve receive. Riley with the quick set from Lloyd. Right down the middle.
And that's the best way to get this powerful Penn State team in trouble, is to serve tough. They had to give a free ball to Cal. Cal runs a great play. That's an even better way to get a point. Don't even let them touch the ball with the ace.
Couple of aces here in game 1 for Cal, and they tie it up at 10-all. Ellen Orchard with the serve. Glass looks to Hodge. Beat the block. And goes cross court for the kill.
Literally beat the block. You could see how fast that set went to the outside there to Hodge. What they do, Penn State has sped up its offense because teams were cheating in. There's an ace from the other side. Teams were cheating in to try to slow down their middles, to try to slow down Wilson and Harmotto. So they sped it up to the outside, and it made it for even more kills, higher percentage for Hodge and for Fawcett.
Cressey's pass to Lloyd. She dumps it over on 2. Kept alive by Alyssa DeRico. Does it again. Now Hodge with a rip. Lloyd again pushes it over.
And expect both setters on either side of the net, Lloyd there and Glass also, to be very aggressive offensively, like Lloyd did actually 3 times on that rally to put it over.
The service error will give Penn State the point. 13-11 for the Nittany Lions, coming in at 32-2 on the season. Cal 26-7, the 10 seed overall. They would not be the lowest seed ever to win it, by the way. Stanford, as an 11 seed, won a championship a couple of years ago. Glass looks to Hodge. Down to get it is Kathan. Chudera. Block kept it alive. Hodge getting a lot of attacks here in game 1. Missed that one wide. Price the pass to Glass, and then Harmotto with the header.
That went right off. Cressy jumped so high it went right off her noggin. It went between her elbows. She had her hands a little too far apart, and it comes off the forehead, goes out of bounds.
Harmotto and Akinradawo, who we saw in the first match, they don't need a whole lot of room to operate. And look at Cressy blast that right between the blockers.
She likes that really fast set out to the left side also, because watch how fast she can run in. When you run in with that approach, that quickly you get up higher, transfer that horizontal motion to vertical, and she just crushes that ball.
The spike speed at 54 miles an hour for Cressy. Glass from her backside keeps it up. Fawcett off the block. Lloyd chases it down. Back.
What a set by Lloyd there, running right toward the left sideline. Faked out almost everybody on the Penn State team by going back. Watch Lloyd come barreling through here and goes back. That's called setting against the grain, gives Morgan Beck the easy put away one-on-one.
Glass wins that battle at the net. And Penn State has the lead midway through game 1. A big reason why they have advanced to the finals after disappointments the last 2 years. A healthy Harmotto. More on that when we come back. Back here at the national semifinals, Penn State by 1 over Cal in game 1. And let's check in now with Kathy Nelson.
Thanks, Beth. Christa Harmotto was the Big Ten Player of the Year, and she's one of the main reasons that Penn State has been so successful this year. You expect players to improve every year, but her numbers have leapt incredibly this year, and a lot of it is because finally Christa Harmotto is healthy. She injured her knee, was not able to play 2 years ago in the regional finals when Penn State lost to Tennessee. Last year she had shin splints so bad she played through it, but really was not that effective. This year finally she's healthy, playing at a very high level, and again the results are a Big Ten Player of the Year. And you know what they say, Beth, a healthy Harmotto is a happy Harmotto.
That's absolutely right, Karch. We're seeing it already here.
And it was, she talked about it this week, it was a little counterintuitive. She took a lot of time away from jumping as she was recovering at the end or after last season. 3 months away from jumping, but her jump went up 4 or 5 inches, and it was because she was doing a lot of weights, doing a lot of pool work, and she didn't expect that to happen, but that is one of the reasons why she ends up being the Big Ten Player of the Year this year.
We're starting to see that more and more now in women's athletics in general, that they're playing year-round now. A lot of these women that are good enough to play with U.S. national teams through the summer, it becomes a 12-month ordeal, and you have to make sure you put in some time away from the game to let your body recoup.
Yes, you do, and not many athletes get that time. If they're younger, they may be on the junior national team, and there are club teams, and it's a really tough 50-week-a-year schedule.
With all the firepower on the Penn State side, you sometimes overlook Arielle Wilson, and she'll burn you if you do. She was actually the MVP in the regional and was the Freshman of the Year this year in the Pac-10. Alyssa DeRico, the freshman from Byron, New York, the high school player of the year last season, on to serve. Over the Empire State. Lloyd, quick set. To Ellen Orchard, no, and then put back over by the Bears.
Smart adjustment by Orchard there. She had Wilson all over her. Wilson's such a high jumper, already at over 6'3", but instead of getting blocked, she puts it beyond the defense, right in the hole.
4 kills now for Ellen Orchard. Ariel Wilson between the block for the kill.
And that space between those two blockers is going to be there a lot when they run it that quickly, that back slide. It's really hard for a middle blocker to close to the outside blocker there.
Roberta Holhouse on the serve. They'll look to Hodge. Kathan was there to cover, joust at the net. Cal. Again, Holhouse gets there, back outside to Hodge. Off of the chest to Pressey and down.
You can tell when a team is watching the right things and well prepared. That time Lloyd goes over with the ball. 3 Penn State players all over it. They're going to expect Lloyd to be aggressive offensively, even though she's the setter.
Lloyd looks to Chudera. Sent back by Penn State. They'll go back to Hana. Popped up by Blair Brown, the freshman. Pressey down to dig it up from Hodge. Now the back set to Beck. Free ball, Cal. Lloyd looks to Pressey out of the back. No! The 3-0 blocking advantage right now for Penn State so far in the match.
And I think Cal has to be happy so far that Chudera really hasn't caught fire, and they're only down by 3.
In fact, Chudera so far without a kill in the match. 20-17, Penn State on top. Chudera has been averaging 6 kills per game so far in the NCAA tournament. Back for more volleyball right after this. A lot of Nebraska fans here who thought their team would be here, and they've made the trip anyways as fans, and now they're picking sides. Some for Penn State, some for Cal. The Golden Bears knocking out the defending national champions in the region final. And for Cal, their first ever trip to the semis. They are without a national championship. Penn State has the one, and as you see, the Nittany Lions have come an awful long way. And they are playing now after midnight East Coast time. And Chudera with her first kill of the match.
You just mentioned it, had 0 kills. Very surprising to get to 20 points in the first game with Chudera having no kills. Finally gets on the board. Cal needs her to have a big night and get closer to her average, her tournament average of 6 kills a game if they're going to have a chance against this very deep Penn State squad.
Point for the Nittany Lions, who come in riding a 24-match win streak. Their last loss was back on September 15th to the Stanford Cardinal, a team they would very much like to meet again for the national championship on Saturday night. Stanford, a 3-2 winner over Southern Cal. They fought off a match point late in Game 5 to survive in advance.
And that match, which seems like an eternity ago between Stanford and Penn State, was a very well played one. Went down to the 5th game. Could expect a rematch of that if Penn State can win tonight. Maybe another 5-gamer.
That too was on a neutral floor. And Penn State with the advantage now at the net with a couple of the top blocking teams in America. Blocks are now 4-0 in favor of Penn State. Beck tries the tip. Ricochets off of Harmotto for the kill.
And Beck calls this practically her 3rd freshman year. She's played a different position each and every year, finally now playing at opposite the setter. But that play she hit quick like she did more last year.
The ace from Chudera.
And with her height at 6'3", she can get on top of that serve and make it so it's coming down at the opposing passers.
Forces the overpass and then the put down by Pressey. Pressey with her 3rd kill. Holhouse with the pass this time. Blast to Hodge, off balance on that attack. Number 10 seed California, the 3 seed Penn State. NCAA volleyball semifinal presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car at Arco Arena in Sacramento. Beth Mullins, Karts Kirai, and Kathy Nelson. And the second biggest crowd in NCAA tournament history for a semifinal. Over 13,000 joining us here in Sacramento tonight. They've already witnessed a thriller with Stanford beating USC 3-2, and now we've got a tight one here in game one. And reminder that Stanford will be with us in the finals. We hope you will join us as well. The NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Saturday night at 9 Eastern on ESPN2. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. Cardinal already doubling the field with national championships, and they are one match away now from a 7th title. And Coach John Dunning, if they do win it, would be the first coach to get 5 national championships to his credit.
And the only other coach to have 4, Don Shaw, who also coached at Stanford. They had a really tough battle in the late 80s, early 90s, knocking on the door, finally broke through, and it was a torrent, winning in 92, 94, 96, 97. Great players, like, as you mentioned in the previous match, Folkel and Kerry Walsh, and Logan Tom have gone and Amani.
And now Chutra. Well, the timeout works to ice Hana as she had ripped off 3 points in a row. And this rotation will bring Nicole Fawcett back into the front row now as Hodge serves, and that's a good one. Free ball for Penn State as a result. Glass looks to Harmotto. She's been flawless sliding behind on that play.
On her 4th kill out of 7 attempts with no errors so far. Again, she and Akinradawo are vying for the best hitter efficiency-wise in the country, coming in at 494 for Harmotto.
Pressey with her 4th kill. Now Cathan to serve. Harmotto, this time it's blocked solo by Pressey, and some words between Harmotto and Pressey at the tail end.
Yeah, Pressey doing a little celebrating there. Yakking it up just a bit.
Harmotto thought she came over on the Penn State side. They almost got their feet tangled, and after being out-blocked 4-zip, they send a couple back.
And Orchard has done such a tremendous job for this Cal team. The leading blocker on the 3rd best blocking team in the country. Really a good job with her eyes and her hands, getting her hands across the net.
Fawcett with the ripper. Gives Penn State the lead back. Substitution now for Penn State. Ann Naylor, rarely used off that Penn State bench, will come on to serve. Pressey tried to work it around the block. Back to Angie. Hodge into press row.
Nice adjustment by Pressey. Lloyd's given a few sets that are higher than the hitters were expecting. They came in too soon, didn't get a good swing on the ball, but the second time Pressey shooting it off, tipping it, kind of smashing it into that corner, and Hodge couldn't come up with it.
Well, when you've got that kind of hang time cart, she can just wait up there to see who on the other side's coming down and find the hole. Glass attacks.
And when she throws it down with that right hand, it's such a sharp angle. All blockers really have to do is hold their arms extended over their head. They might get a better touch on that ball, but not well defended that time.
Good size at 6 foot, and the attacking mentality for Glass, who was a hitter through high school. Hodge down to pick it up. Fawcett tries to put it away, no. Chutra out of the back with a blast.
That was a shot. She's one of the hardest hitters we've seen all year, and that's just a rocket. Glass with no chance on that ball.
57 miles an hour. That's the best spike speed that we've seen so far. As Ariel Wilson hit that one almost straight sideways to cut it in.
Give Cal a lot of credit. Every time it seemed like Penn State was going to open it up, blow it out, up by 4 or 5, Cal has pulled its way back in, still keeping even if they win this side out here.
Games to 30, must win by 2. Chutra against the solo block, and it's no contest.
She hit it so hard, it actually opened, it pushed the arms of Blair Brown apart there. Brown was actually in a good position to block that ball, but her arm just wasn't strong enough to hold position.
Kat Daly, check that, Orchard now serving. Glass, and gets some retaliation for Blair Brown. And it's now game point for Penn State here on the serve of Roberta Holhouse. No! Back to Megan, off the tips. Here comes the counter. Chudera and Blair Brown with the solo block. And Penn State takes the opener. What a play by the freshman. After she had just gotten blitzed a moment before.
This time she takes a little line there, holds position, nicely done.
The reaction from the Nittany Lions as they take the opener.